For over 20 years, I've been watching what's been happening to the salty water we have coming down the Colorado and down out of the Gila River. Well, something is being done, and it has been done for a long time. And with me is the man who heads up the Yuma office of the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation, Gary Bryant. And Gary, there is a lot of things happening, but there's a lot of people that want to know about what we're doing here. You have visitors from all over the world right here in Yuma, don't you?
We bring visitors in from all over the world, and we train people from all over the world also. We get people from Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, Egypt.
Now, Saudi Arabia, you just returned from there. How long were you there?
I was there for about 30 days, substituting for one of our other Bureau employees that works there.
Well, let's talk about Saudi Arabia. They have a definite problem because they don't have a source of water, do they, except the ocean?
That's correct. They have no rivers in Saudi Arabia. They have a groundwater source, but as we all know, we can mine those into non-existent. So they are desalting massive amounts of salt water and cleaning it up and moving it to and sometimes 400 miles into their interior cities.
But their plant is nowhere as big as the one we have right here in Yuma, is it?
They have what they call multi-stage flash plants, which are tremendous and much bigger than this. They do not have a reverse osmosis plant, which is as large as ours. It's about half as large.
What about their program that they're using to desalt water? Is it as efficient an efficient program as we have with reverse osmosis?
Reverse osmosis is about 90% efficient, and the multi-stage flash is only about 30% efficient, but reverse osmosis takes a lot more pre-treatment and technical tinkering, I guess I should say, to make sure that the process works well.
Well, Saudi Arabia's got the money to buy a plant like the one you have here. Why don't they have reverse osmosis there?
Well, this is just speculation, but their fuel is fairly inexpensive, as we all know. And multi-stage flash is a fast, easy way of producing water, and if you've got cheap fuel costs, it's the way to go.
Now, this is the way to go in a lot of ways. Ocean water is sitting there ready to be used. Do you think it will be used someday, I mean, exclusively for places like California?
I think they'll always be using Colorado River water, but I think from the predictions I've seen with the growth in California, they are going to, and probably are working right now on desalination plants on the coast.
And some other areas of the United States are pretty prominent in desalting water, aren't they?
Florida particularly uses a lot of reverse osmosis units to clean up their brackish groundwater because they're subject to coastal, seawater intrusion.
But Saudi Arabia, they got themselves into a real big-time desalting water, don't they?
They're the biggest desalting outfit or country in the world right now. They produce probably 10 to 15 times as much water as we can produce here at one plant.
Now, they got their start pretty much from what they found out here in the United States, didn't they?
We helped them a great deal with technical information, and a lot of our companies like Bechtel, etc., actually built the plants.
Gary Bryant is the man who heads up the office of the U.S. Bureau of Reclamation here in the Yuma District, and a man who's been to Saudi Arabia where they have to live off of desalting water. Well, maybe someday we'll see a lot more of it here in the United States because our water is getting short all the time. I'm George Gatley, and that is First News Today.